Hi, hello, hey, welcome or welcome back. What? So, 2 years ago, I decided to start a challenge where each month I designed a character based on the month with help of some of my friends from school. It was really fun. We would like brainstorm about stuff that happens in the month. We were like, oh, this month is this month is that. And I think December one I originally did it was like the 4th one I did, but now I am redrawing them 2 years later, and here's the old one. Obviously in December you have Christmas, but I decided that was boring, so mine is obviously winter themed, and I think I was trying to go for like New Year's. I think New Year's in December counts, okay? I know everyone's like, what's it, like January, right? But no, listen, right? You make your, I just forgot what those were called. Your New Year's resolutions, yeah, those. You make those probably in December, so yeah. And you get ready for New Year's in December, so. But yeah, and now I will start sketching. Okay, coming in with the voiceover. So, while I'm sketching, I'm going to talk about the design a little bit. So, her pigtails, you might have noticed, they're kind of weird. One time, like, while I was designing this, I was drawing random shapes, and I had an idea to draw, like, triangle little designs as like hair, you know, but like they're not connected, and I thought they kind of looked like icy, you know. I kind of remember that. This is fun, like looking at the picture and being like, oh yeah, I remember when I was designing this. But yeah, and so that was that. And then I also noticed in the character design, she has very like triangle-y bangs too. I honestly don't know if I did that on purpose. I really hope I did, because they do not look good. But if they were purposely like that, then that's good. Yeah, so I kind of tried to do that with mine too, but made it still look like hair. And I also made her belt like kind of loose, you know, like people used to do that or still do that. I think that's kind of coming back, maybe. Anyway, but, oh, I keep forgetting she has white pants. But yeah, is that it? Oh, yeah, also, I think her colors are supposed to be, like, Northern Lights inspired, maybe? I think that was the idea. Because she's very colorful. But yeah, I really like her design. And now I'm going to talk about the actual thing that I'm working on, like the sketch. So, I went in with one of my Prismacolor Color Erase pencils, which are erasable colored pencils, which, you know, is kind of what I always do. And that is a little pencil eraser, so instead of lead, it has an eraser on the inside, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I have a little pencil extender because my pencils are super duper tiny. And I was trying to choose between a color earlier, so I decided to do a red. Not like it really matters, but sometimes it does. But yeah, and I'm just working on her face now, and it was kind of hard getting the details with the pencil. As you can see, I'm like struggling a little bit, and I wanted to have her be like, you know, a little happy face because she's like jumping. So, oh yeah, I stabbed myself with the mechanical pencil on accident. I forgot about that. And I'm just using that to go over the details that I couldn't get with a pencil, because my pencil wasn't sharp enough. So, yeah, also, I realized one of the reasons I don't like to do a sketch with just a mechanical pencil is sometimes they're harder to erase, and also the lines are so thin when I use that when I do line art, because I do kind of thicker line art sometimes, I lose some of the detail and then I hate the picture. So if I just, like, start with, like, a thicker line and then I end with a thicker line, I never get to see it with a thinner line, so it looks good. But yeah, so that's that. I also, she didn't have this, but, I mean, maybe she did. I used to just draw lines for eyebrows, which, not the best, so I decided that maybe I could change that. I mean, I've been just giving them normal eyebrows, but I thought it'd be cute if she had, like, little triangle eyebrows, too, to match her hair. I don't think that's cheating. Also, I was talking to my mom about how I never, like, change them when I redraw them. I just draw them again. I don't change them. She's like, no, you do. I changed her eyebrows. I don't think that counts, though, right? That doesn't count. I've never done anything else, though. I just redraw them. It just looks different, okay? It's 2 years ago. It looks a little different. And now I'm just using a kneaded eraser to erase some of it. And then I'm going to erase it again after I do line art. But I just wanted to make sure I get, like, a lot of it, you know? You don't want any pencil showing. So now I'm using some acrylic inks to make a line art color. I wanted kind of a, like, muted indigo purple color. You know? So I'm just cleaning out some wells in there. And I've been using it for ink, and I have this, like, pink color. So mixing a new one. Oh, and there's a lot of glitter in there, too. But yeah, so I used a bunch of purple and a little bit of blue. But I decided I wanted to be more purple, so not indigo anymore. And then the orange is the opposite of blue. So I wanted it to mute the color, and then I used black to also help and to make it darker, and then I used water to lighten it so it wouldn't be too dark and thick, you know? And I actually ended up adding more water later. But yeah, and there's the color, so pretty cool. I feel like I could have added more blue maybe, but I think I like the way it looks. And now I'm using this glass dip pen that I've had forever, but I barely use. It's so pretty, but I can't get a lot of line variation with it, which kind of stinks. And last time I used it, I didn't like it, but I think it works pretty good. But it does hold ink a lot better than a normal dip pen, I will say. You don't have to dip it in ink as much, because it has those little swirlies on the nib. So the ink kind of sits in there and slowly comes down as you're using it. So maybe it's not that bad. I probably will end up using it more. I also, I broke my favorite nib on my normal dip pen. So I got a new one, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in, like, the stick part, which is really sad. Like, the holder, it doesn't fit in there. So I kind of had to shove it in, but it doesn't go all the way. I think it'll still work. It's not going to fall out or anything, but it just stinks. And because I got it at my local art store, the new nib, and I was looking at the old ones, and they say made in Japan, which, that's lovely, but, like, so that I'm not going to be able to get them at, like, my art store. Like, maybe, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, find, like, the same ones. I mean, I can just reorder them, but it came in a set, and I don't want the set, because I don't use a lot of them, because they're, like, I don't know, they're, like, weird. I just want, like, one, you know? Yeah, so I'm just gonna use the one they sell at my art store, even if it doesn't fit properly. It's fine. I think it'll still work. It's really scratchy, though, so I'm not sure what to do about that. But yeah, so that was a little tangent. But yeah, you can see the shape of her pigtails better now, but they're kind of like weird triangle shapes. I don't really know how to explain it, but they do work weirdly good for hair. And I'm also adding some dimension to her stars that she has on there, which are so cute. I love her little stars. But yeah, I mean, I guess stars are Christmassy, maybe, so I think they're Christmassy and New Year's-y, you know? They're just a winter thing. Yeah. Also, fun fact, there's snow on the ground right now. I would say it's snowing. That's what I was gonna say, but it's not snowing. There's just snow. snowed last night. But anyway, so that's pretty cool, you know, good for the winter theme. You know, snow. December girl, it works. And I added the little clasp, is that what you'd call it, on her belt? Not clasp, the belt thing, you know, the middle thing. I didn't have it when I was doing the sketch, but I added it because I thought you'd be able to see it. Okay, am I gonna move it so I can see what I'm doing? I move it in a minute. There we go. Okay, so I kind of messed up on the boots line art there, so I'm just fixing it. And also, like, I make a lot of mistakes while doing my line art. I know a lot of people think it's really scary, but if you just let yourself make mistakes and then you just fix them, like, it's fine, you know? Like, look, here's me, like, changing the line on her skirt because I didn't like it. Maybe not the best idea, but, like, I'm just saying, like, don't worry. Don't worry about the line art. It's fine. I have a lot of, like, little mistakes in my lines when I'm doing my line art, like I just said. But, like, you can never really see them in the end. No one looks for those. So, I don't really think they matter too much. But yeah. So, I hope you like the line art. Now it's time for the painting. And a couple days later, we are here. So, I actually made the painting time-lapse pretty fast. I didn't film most of it, so it's part of the reason. But, I was having a hard time with the painting on this one. But yeah, also I cleaned my palette. The mixing area was getting kind of crowded, and the colors were being kind of muddy because of how many times I had mixed a certain color in that, like, same spot with the other. Anyway, it happens. Especially that area that I just cleaned. It's getting a little crazy over there. But yeah, I left the dabs of paint in there because, you know, I didn't want to waste those. But yeah, so I'm trying out a new color. This is Wisteria by Daniel Smith. And I got it at the art store, and it's this really pretty purple color. Also that weird light brown thing, like liquid that's in there. The color just, like, is separated a little bit, so, you know, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I didn't actually film most of this, so it's gonna go by pretty fast. Like I said, I was having a hard time with this one. I just didn't like it. For, like, most of the time I was painting, I was like, I didn't like the colors I chose. I thought my colors were too dark. But after I shaded it and added, like, the little shinies in the background, it ended up looking good. But yeah, sometimes I've noticed when I have a white background, my colors look too dark. But then after I paint the background, it looks fine. So I think that's what kind of happened. But yeah, I also used some metallic for the gray, so that's cool. And now I'm going to be using these Black Widow, that's the brand, Black Widow colored pencils. I actually really like them. They were, like, super cheap on Amazon, but they're one of my favorite colored pencils brands. So yeah, and I don't like the spider on the box, but I really like the actual colored pencils. They're super cool. Yeah, I also, like, didn't add a lot of the footage for me shading because it was just way too long. So I cut most of it out. But yeah, and after I finish this, I will show you all the rest of the month girls and the originals from 2 years ago. But yeah, I will show those ones first, and then I will show the ones that I've drawn. They're all hanging up on my wall, so I'll kind of go through them. Yeah, and I added those, like, little lines under her eyes. I'm still unsure. It's a nice detail, but I don't know. I think the eyes were a little uneven too, so that kind of stinks. But yeah, so oh yeah, also I made her stars glowing because I always do that now. Every time I draw jewelry lately, I just make it glowing. I mean, like, of course it's glowing, it's jewelry, it makes sense in my head. But yeah, and I think the gray background, I actually really like the color. So I added some little lines to the background too with the colored pencils. I'm going to add a yellow in a second, like a yellow line, but you can't really see it, so that stinks. But These ones look cool. And then after I do that, I will add the highlights, which for some reason the highlights, actually maybe this is normal, but it took me like maybe like 10 minutes to do just the highlights. I spent a lot of time on the little shinies, okay? But yeah, it was funny, like I was editing it and I was like, 10 minutes for the highlights? Okay. But yeah, so it's don't worry, it's not 10 minutes. But yeah, so I think the eyes look really cute with the little shinies. But yeah, and I also added some little snow to the background, which you'll see in a second. And at the very, very end of the video, I'm going to add a picture of this so you can see it. Because, no, wait, I did add the zoom in, right? I was going to say I forgot, but no, I did do that. Okay. So yeah, I guess after this, I'm going to like show you the picture and then show you the other pictures. And then at the very end, I'll show you the picture of the painting. The picture of the picture. But yeah, oh, we still have this part, right? So, old one, 2 years ago. Here's my little sketches I did for poses and stuff. And here's the little snow and the little heart and the little stars. It's so cute. Yeah. So, see ya later, I guess. Okay, since I just finished all of them, here's the old ones. Because you can pause if you want. Okay, I'm gonna try to go in order. January and February. And then what's after February? It's March, right? I think so. Watch me not know my months. Okay, you know, actually forget going in order. Why don't, there's like 4 up here, so we're just gonna go this way. It's May girl, June, November, December, the one I just finished. And there's April, there's September. Here, actually, I'm gonna point, okay? There's my hand. That's April. September is February, then August, July, October. What? So happy to be finished with these. Yeah, also, I'm having like the worst look right now. I think my cramps just started. And I was trying to lay all these out, you know, to look nice. And I literally couldn't find, oh, it always annoys me when I say that. I couldn't find January or February, like anywhere. And it turns out they were in the bottom of a box in the art closet. So that was fun. Yeah, the rest of them were up here, so that was easy. Oh yeah, I cut myself on accident. Stupid palette knife. I didn't even know you could cut yourself with a palette knife, but apparently you can. Look, like, it's not even that sharp. But now my finger hurts, so that's fun. But yeah, bye. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and comment on what my next series should be. I mean, I'm still doing the 7 Deadly Sins, but I only have 2 more left, so I'm about to be finished with that one too.